All right, today we're going to talk about something that goes way beyond just managing a classroom. We're going to dive into how you can actually build a community, a real community where young children can genuinely thrive. This is for all you early childhood educators out there who want to create a space that truly nurtures the whole child.
You know, this quote from Action for Children just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It captures this huge shift in thinking. See, the most effective classroom management isn't about reacting to stuff in the moment. Nope, it's all about the proactive foundational work you do before the kids even walk through the door. It's about creating an environment where those difficult behaviors are just way less likely to even pop up.
And this slide right here perfectly illustrates that mindset shift. We are moving away from that old, reactive view of just dealing with problems as they come. The real goal is so much bigger than that. It's about creating a safe, predictable community that nurtures the whole child. We're talking their social, their emotional, and their cognitive growth, the whole shebang.
So where do we even begin? Well, we start with the absolute bedrock of your classroom community, the foundation of trust. I want you to think of it like the first layer of a pyramid. It's totally non-negotiable. Because without it, honestly, nothing else we try to build on top is going to be stable. It'll just crumble.
So what does it take to build that trust? The Education Hub really breaks it down for us. It's about things like mutual respect, a two-way street, and open communication, and really, truly appreciating each child's unique strengths. When kids feel seen and heard and supported, that's when they feel secure enough to take risks, to explore, and to actually learn.
And this is why that foundation is so incredibly important. The relationships that children form in your classroom, they aren't just for today. They are literally building a mental template, a blueprint for how relationships are supposed to work. And that's a model they're going to carry with them for the rest of their lives. I mean, wow, that is such a profound responsibility, but it's also an incredible opportunity.
Okay, so we've got our foundation of trust. Let's move to the next layer of our pyramid. Once that trust is in place, we add the structure of safety. And this is all about the physical environment and the daily routines that create that predictability and security that kids just crave. You know, this concept of the environment as the third teacher is a total game changer. Just think about it for a second. Is your art area so far from a sink that it creates spills and frustration? Are your loud, fun building blocks right next to the quiet reading nook? Every single element of your classroom's design sends a message. An intentional space doesn't just hold the learning, it actively guides children toward positive behavior and independence. And routines, oh man, routines create that essential predictability. But here's the thing, kids don't just magically absorb them, they have to be taught, and taught explicitly. This simple I do, we do, you do model is so effective. First, you model it, then you practice it together, and finally they're ready to do it on their own. When a routine becomes automatic, it frees up a child's brain space to focus on what really matters, learning.
And now we've reached the top of our pyramid, the practice of reinforcement. This is all about those daily, moment-to-moment interactions where we guide children's choices and, maybe most importantly, we acknowledge and celebrate their positive behaviors.
This table from the Iris Center breaks it down beautifully. You've got your tangible reinforcers, like stickers. Then there are social ones, which can be as simple as a warm smile or a thumbs up. And then activity-based ones, like getting to be a special helper. The real art here is in catching children doing the right thing and celebrating it in a way that's actually meaningful to them. Okay, this is a big one. Let's just pause here for a sec and clear up a really common misconception. Negative reinforcement is not punishment. It's not. Punishment is about adding something unpleasant to decrease a behavior. But negative reinforcement is about removing something unpleasant to increase a behavior. For example, say a child is struggling with a worksheet. You could say, hey, after you finish 3 problems, you can take a 2-minute break. You removed the unwanted task to reinforce the desired behavior of completing the work. It's a subtle difference, but it is a powerful one. So, okay, we've built our pyramid, right? We have trust and structure and reinforcement, but what's the result? Let's pivot for a moment and look at this from the most important perspective of all. What does this whole thing actually feel and look like for a child? And this is where it all comes together. That foundation of trust, the safety of the environment, the clarity of the routines, and all that positive guidance, they all combine to have a truly lifelong impact. So, what's the ultimate takeaway here? A thriving classroom does so much more than just get you through the day or the school year. It equips children with the foundational tools for self-regulation. It gives them a positive, healthy model for what relationships and learning can and should look like for the rest of their lives.
Every single interaction, every routine, every moment of support, it all contributes to a child's internal model of the world. So the question I want to leave you with is this: what kind of relationship template are you building in your classroom today?